Well, hello to everybody. This is Charles Richard, and today I have a special where to go. And it's actually what we're doing today is I am actually going to compare two of the most popular places to go for breakfast. And I'm talking about a breakfast buffet either at Sizzler's or at Golden Corral. So we're going to be comparing Sizzler's and Golden Corral on this video. So stay tuned. Well, hello again. This is Charles Richard, and we are here at Where to Go. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between two restaurants, and our comparison is going to be for that of the best breakfast buffet in our opinion between Sizzler's and Golden Corral. These two companies have been around here for quite some time. As a matter of fact, for years, both of these companies have been in the Central Florida area and in the Orlando area. None of these companies are small, by no means at all. And the breakfast buffets that each one of these companies offers, they are actually great values for the money, but there are differences, and we want to show you what the differences are. And then at the end, we will give you our opinion, or in other words, my opinion, as to which one I believe is the best and why. Well, with no further ado, we are going to be in this episode comparing the best breakfast buffet in the Orlando Kissimmee area. This comparison is going to be between Sizzler's and Golden Corral. Now, both of these restaurants offer great value for your money, and both of these breakfasts actually cost less than $9. So, for example, Sizzler's costs $6.99, and if you want a drink, you add about another $2, so you are actually paying about $8.99 before taxes. And Sizzler's, you can get a full breakfast buffet for $8.69. That includes a limited amount of drinks. It does not include well drinks, it does not include coffee, but it does include orange juice, passion fruit, and apple juice. So with further say, we are going to compare these two restaurants, and we're going to tell you at the end of this video what is my opinion as to which one I believe is the best value for your buck and why. Now, to be fair in this comparison, we need to look at certain things, and let me explain to you what I'm talking about. The ratings, or the way that we are going to be judging these two restaurants and how we're going to be comparing is based on certain things. For example, one of these things that we are going to be looking at is the choice, or in other words, the selection of food that they have on the buffet table for breakfast. and the quality of that food. How is it cooked? Is it cooked well? Is it in other words, we'll talk about the quality of the food, obviously. In addition, we are going to be talking about the service itself. What kind of waitressing does each of these restaurants, establishments have? Are they friendly? When you run out of water, do they bring you your water, or do you have to wait 30 minutes, or do you have to wave them down, or do you have to hunt them down? That's very important when you're having an experience at a restaurant, which in any restaurant it should be a pleasing experience, and obviously the friendliness of the staff. Another thing that we want to talk about is the wait time. When you walk inside the restaurant, do you have to wait 1 hour before you can even come inside the restaurant and sit down on a table? When you are trying to get an entry from the buffet table, do you have to wait 40 minutes in line before you can actually get to the table because there's so many people? So all of this adds up not only to our overall points that we give to the restaurant to be able to assess which one actually is a better restaurant, and therefore giving between all of this will give us the grand total that we call it the experience that a person will have on this particular restaurant. Because remember, when you go eat at a restaurant, it's not about the food, it's not about the friendliness, it's about your whole experience. Your whole experience makes a difference between whether or not you're going to come back or not. And obviously, one thing that I forgot to mention is obviously price and value for the money. So with no further say, let's get started with this review. Well, obviously, when you have a good value, obviously these restaurants are going to be very well known in the area. And that said, these two particular restaurants are definitely well known for their value. So when it comes to breakfast, do be aware that there is going to be a large amount of guests arriving to go and dine inside these restaurants. With that said, my personal experience when I go into Sizzler's, Sizzler's seems to have they always have a line, but the line seems to be moving pretty rapidly. Sizzler's is not as big as an establishment as Golden Corral. In other words, the restaurant itself per square footage is not as big as the Golden Corral that we're going to be talking about. But with that said, the actual wait time for Sizzler's was actually less than that of Golden Corral. Today I went to Golden Corral, and when I arrived there, I had a line which is typical of a Sunday, and with that line I actually waited about 20 minutes before I got all the way to the register to be able to pay for my breakfast, to be able to walk into the dining hall and sit down and have breakfast. Now, with that said, the price again, the price for the money, both offer, I think, the best bang for your buck for a breakfast buffet. The thing that I like about breakfast buffets, for those that are coming on vacation, remember, we like to be able to spend more time in the parks than time at the restaurant. So obviously, when you go to a buffet, your food is already going to be ready. It's just a matter of picking it, putting it on your plate, taking it over to your table, eating, and you're done. You can go hit the parks, and that is a minimal amount of time that you spend eating, because you want to make the most amount of time out at the parks. Because remember, in the summer months, the lines to each attraction range between 45 minutes to an hour and a half. So you're going to spend a lot of time in the parks. So you want to be able to grab your stuff as fast as you can to eat and head on out there. That's the objective of these breakfast buffets. Now, with that said, the biggest issue that I saw, for example, yesterday I went to Sizzler's, and Sizzler's food bars are always full. Okay, they once they run out of something, they're very, very quick to be able to have somebody bring it and fill it up, without hesitation. They have people that are actually on top of that without no problem at all. On the other hand, on Golden Corral is pretty, pretty close, as far as that's concerned. They really never run out of food. And as a matter of fact, the one thing that's beneficial and that's a positive to Golden Corral is they do have a little bit more selection for food than they do at Sizzler's, but it's not that much different. Okay, in reality, it's not that much different. Now, on the other hand, let's talk about the actual wait time when I go up to the actual food bar. When I went to Sizzler's bar, the line seemed to be moving very quickly, very rapidly. When I went over to the Golden Corral, which I went today, the line seemed to basically not move at all. With that said, I went to the omelet bar, and it physically took me more than 35 minutes to be able to get an omelet. I was standing in line for 35 minutes just to get an omelet. So let's go even further back. Okay, when I got to Golden Corral, the first thing that I did after I was able to enter was I grabbed me some juice, and I picked a table, and I sat on my table. I put my drinks actually on my table, and I put my camera bag on my table, and I went to go get my food. When I came back from getting my food, okay, my table was no longer available. My table was clean. Nobody even thought, the waitress didn't even think about that. If you saw a bag and if you saw the drinks there, hey, somebody was sitting there. No, she just cleaned it all out, and so that was a whole headache, and just not called for. In addition, the service in Sizzler's, as far as waitressing, is so professional. It is so unreal. It's like you are physically, eating in a 5-star restaurant. The waitress or waiter are always coming to you. Do you need water? Do you need ketchup, hot sauce, whatever you need? They're there. You can see them. You can talk to them. On the other hand, on Golden Corral, my waitress never even brought me any ice water. She didn't even come to see if I needed anything. I never even saw her. Okay, so in that regard, I definitely gotta give thumbs up to Sizzler's. But as far as the food quality, Sizzler's has great food quality. Golden Corral does have one benefit, and the one benefit that they do have is you can actually go to the omelet bar, and they can make you a fresh omelet. You don't get that with Sizzler's. But on the other hand, Sizzler's experience overweigh that of the Golden Corral. So in my opinion, if I were to choose between Sizzler's and Golden Corral, I definitely would give 2 thumbs up for Sizzler's. Golden Corral, definitely not this time, not at any time soon. They got a long way to go. I've been going to Golden Corral for almost 20 plus years, and in the last 10 or 12 years they've been going downhill. The prices are, although the prices are good value for what you get, you know, you just don't have that experience. You usually end up having, every time that I've been down there, I have a very unpleasant experience. So definitely 2 thumbs down for Golden Corral. My choice for breakfast, my choice for buffet in the Orlando area is that of Sizzlers. This is Charles Richard. Hope you like it. If you do want to see more videos like this, please give us a thumbs up, you know, subscribe, and that way, you know, we can bring you more of these videos, and when we do put them up, you can be notified as to our comparisons and our opinions as to the best restaurants, the best hotels down here in the Orlando area. This is Where to Go, Charles Richard.